Hey, welcome. We've all been there, right? That moment where you just hesitate. That feeling in your gut that completely freezes you and stops you from going after something you really, really want. Well, in today's explainer, we're going to break down a super powerful framework for building some real, unshakable confidence. And we're going to do it by tackling one of the biggest hurdles out there, the fear of rejection. All right, let's dive in. So, to get started, I want you to just think about this for a second. What do you think is the number one biggest fear in America? Seriously, what's your gut answer? Is it heights? Spiders, maybe? Or maybe something like financial ruin? I'm telling you, the real answer, it's probably not what you think. That's it. Public speaking, according to a survey our source material points to, that is the thing people are most terrified of. But here is the part that is absolutely wild. The number two fear? Death. Yeah, death. Let that sink in. It means that for the average person at a funeral, they would literally rather be in the casket than up there giving the eulogy. And that tells you everything you need to know about how our fear response can get, well, completely out of whack. So what does this tell us? It tells us that our brains can get their wires seriously crossed. You know, that stomach-turning anxiety you feel before giving a big presentation? That can be the exact same feeling that stops you from walking up to that person you find attractive across the room. It feels just as intense, just as paralyzing, even though, let's be real, the stakes are totally different. So to beat this thing, first we've got to understand where it comes from. Okay, first up, the fear in the headlights. See, your brain has this ancient, hardwired survival system. The only problem is it hasn't really gotten the memo about modern life. So let's take a look at what's actually going on under the hood. That feeling you get? That's your fight, flight, or freeze response kicking in. It's this incredible ancient system that's literally designed to keep us alive when we're faced with a real physical threat. You know, like a saber-toothed tiger back in the day. But now it just misfires in social situations where there's no real danger. It treats the risk of social embarrassment like it's a life or death situation. And this breaks down what's happening to your body in that moment. Your pupils dilate, all the blood rushes to your muscles so you're ready to run or fight, and your conscious mind just locks up. That's the freeze. That's the whole rabbit in the headlights thing. It's basically evolution hitting the emergency brake on your rational brain because it thinks you are in serious, serious trouble. And here's the bottom line. That life-saving system is amazing if a bear is chasing you, but it's absolutely terrible if you're just trying to work up the nerve to ask someone for their number. Your brain is creating this massive, massive overreaction to something that can't actually hurt you. But once you realize that's what's happening, you can start to take back control. So now we get why we feel the fear. Now let's talk about how to actually fix it. And our source material gives us two incredibly powerful mindset shifts that can totally change your relationship with this feeling for good. The first tool is all about perspective. Steve Jobs put it perfectly. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered. I mean, think about it. When you look at your fears through the lens of your own mortality, they just shrink. Who cares about one moment of potential embarrassment in the grand scheme of your entire life? It means absolutely nothing. And the second tool, it comes from the man himself, Rocky Balboa, and it's all about ditching the victim mindset. Look, life is supposed to knock you down. That's not a bug, it's a feature. It's a sign that you're actually in the ring, you're trying. Winning isn't about dodging every punch. It's about being willing to take the hits and get back up every single time. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You've got the victim mindset, which is always blaming something or someone else. My boss is a jerk, that's why I'm broke. Then you have the abundance mindset, which is all about taking 100% responsibility. I created the situation and I'm the one who's going to solve it. That shift right there from blaming the world to taking ownership, that's the absolute foundation of real confidence. Okay, we've got the mindset down, but how do you actually put this stuff into practice? Well, the source gives us a really simple and honestly kind of fun archetype to use. Just ask yourself this one simple question. What would Bond do? I mean, think about James Bond. He's cool, he's unruffled, he's totally intentional with everything he does. He doesn't fidget, he moves with purpose, he's not needy. Just by asking that question before you act, you can start to tap into that same confident, composed energy. It's like a mental shortcut to a more powerful version of yourself. Now this is a game changer, especially if you've ever thought of yourself as an introvert. Society sometimes makes you feel like being quiet is a disadvantage, but our source argues it's the total opposite. Look at this list. Being mysterious, being easy to be around, having a fresh perspective. These are qualities that are just naturally magnetic. What you thought was a weakness might actually be your greatest strength. And that's the real key here. This isn't about faking it till you make it or trying to be some loud, extroverted person if that's not you. No way. It's about figuring out what already makes you awesome and just turning up the volume on those things. Real confidence comes from amplifying the best parts of who you already are.
All right, we're almost at the end, and this final section brings it all home with a perspective that will totally reframe how you think about fear, probably for the rest of your life.
So here's the deal. Stop treating fear like a stop sign.
It's not. Think of it more like a blinking light on the dashboard of your life. It's pointing you directly to your next opportunity for growth. The source says it like this: when I am afraid to do something, then this is the universe telling me clearly and specifically what I have to do next. It's a compass.
And this table just shows you the two paths you can take. You see someone attractive. The average Joe response? Do nothing, let them walk away forever. But the fearless response, the one that uses fear as a compass, you see that fear as a green light. It becomes the signal to go, not to stop. And please, if you take away one thing, let it be this. Getting a no is not failure. Every single time you try, no matter what happens, it's a win. Why? Because you took action. You stepped outside your comfort zone. The only real way to fail is to do nothing at all. So I want to leave you with this final thought. We spend so much energy running away from fear. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong this whole time? What if that feeling isn't your enemy? What if it's your guide? What if the thing you are most terrified of is actually showing you the exact path to becoming the person you've always wanted to be? What would you do differently, starting right now?